Hey everyone, it's Kourtney Barnum from Rett University, and with this week's installment of the book club. This week, because it is back to school for some of our kids, whether they're going brick and mortar or online e-learning right now, it is back to school time. And this is a great book to read for the beginning of the school year, but it's also a great book to read whenever our kiddos or our loved ones or with complex needs are starting something new, because those things are very scary. So we're going to be talking a lot about some feelings, feeling scared, maybe feeling a little bit nervous. So we're going to be talking about those feelings as we're reading today. I will be demonstrating on 4 different softwares. I am going to use the Empower by Accent for the PRC. We're also going to be doing Sonaflex on Communicator, SnapCore, and Grid 3, so that whoever, depending on who you are, everybody's got the different systems. So the story we're reading today is called The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn, and it's a great book, so let's get started. Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and he cried. "I don't want to go to school," he told his mother. "I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends, and I want to play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. Please, please may I stay home with you." Oh my goodness. So Chester is at the edge of the forest and he's getting ready to go to He's gonna go to school. And it sounds like it might be a new time for him, a first time of going, because he's very, very upset. And he says I don't want to go to school. I want what he wants to do. He says, I want to stay home. I want to stay home with you, which is his mom and his family. But it might be whoever you might be home with. It might be your mom. It might be your dad, it might be your, it might be somebody else. It might be your aunt or your uncle, whoever you happen to be home with. But he wants to play with all of his things. He keeps saying, my toys, my books, my friends. He is not having it. He feels very scared and he feels nervous. All because he's going to a new school. Oh, let's see what happens. Do you think I wonder if you think his mom is going to let him stay home with her? Or is he going to make his mom going to say, you have to go. You have to go to school. And there's Chester looking all sad. Oh, poor Chester. I feel bad for him. He does not want to go. He does not want. He does not want to go. Let's find out what happens. So Mrs. Raccoon took Chester by the hand and she nuzzled him on the ear. Now, when you are nuzzling somebody, you're giving them all sorts of love. It's like you're kissing. You're kissing and hugging them. It's like you're hugging them in snuggling up to them, okay? So she's nuzzling his ear, which is another way of saying hugging. Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do, she told him gently, even if they seem strange and scary at first. But you will love school once you start. Oh, so she's telling him that sometimes we have to. We have to do things that we do not want to do. Okay, even if they are scary, even if we are nervous, even if they are strange, even if they are strange, we still need to try. We need to, and I'm sorry, I'm blanking on where this word is, so let me search it out. That's what I thought. We still need to try, right? Just like you guys going to a new school or starting a new thing. So there's Mama nuzzling his ear. You will make new friends and you'll play with new toys. Oh my goodness, you'll read new books and you'll swing on new swings. Besides, she added, I know a wonderful secret that will make your nights at school seem as warm and as cozy as your days at home. Wait a second, that sounded silly to me. Your nights at school? So wait a second, they go to school at night and they stay home during the day? So they go to school at night and they stay home during the day. That's what raccoons do. They are a nocturnal animal. So they stay up at night. That's why they get in our garbage cans at night too. So she wants to make sure that he is comfortable and warm and cozy so that he feels, let's see, maybe he feels, let's see, he does, so he doesn't he feel, we don't want him to feel lonely or sad. We want him to be good. And we want him to feel happy. We do not want him to feel sad. Because she said he's going to have new sorry about that, guys. New friends and new books and all sorts of new things. So there it is. Chester wiped away his tears and he looked interested. A secret? Well, what kind of secret? Oh, it's a very, very old secret, said Mrs. Raccoon. I learned it from my mother, and she learned it from hers. It's called the kissing hand. The kissing hand? Asked Chester. What's that? Oh, so Mom's got his attention. He wants to know what the secret is. Mom, what is that? What do you mean? Because it's something that she learned from her mommy, who learned it from her mommy. So it's been passed down in their family all the time. And it's a very, very old secret. It's old secret that has been passed down. But wait a second, it's called the
kissing.
The kissing hand.
Kissing hand.
The kissing hand. I wonder what she's going to do. I wonder. I wonder what that means, the kissing hand. But she's got Chester's attention now. He's like, wait a second, I want to know what's going on here. I will show you. Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand and she spread open his tiny fingers into a fan. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. Now, on your hand, this whole thing is your hand. But right here in the middle of your hand, right here in the middle of your hand, in the center of your palm, center of your hand, excuse me, is your palm. So she leaned down and she gave him a kiss.
Kiss.
Right in the middle of his hand. Well, Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand up his arm and into his heart. Even his silky black mask tingled with a special warmth. There's that kiss, and you can see it. It's going from his hand up to his arm, into his heart, with all of his mom's love. And now he feels so warm. He feels so warm. He feels so warm with all of his mom's.
Please wait.
Oh, my mistake. With all of his mom's.
I have something else to say.
Sorry about that, guys. With all of his mom's love. He's got his mommy's love. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. Now, she told Chester, whenever you feel lonely and you need a little loving from home, you just press that sweet hand to your cheek and you think, Mommy loves you, Mommy loves you. And that kiss, that very kiss, will jump to your face and fill you with very toasty, warm thoughts. Oh, so she says whenever he's feeling lonely and he misses her, he misses his mommy, all he has to do is take that hand, put it up to his cheek, and Mommy's love will jump from his hand all the way to his cheek. And then he will not be lonely anymore. And he will just, all he'll remember is that, what will he think? He'll think, Mommy loves
me. Mommy loves me.
Mommy loves me. Oh, and there she is, giving him lots of love. So she took Chester's hand and she carefully wrapped his fingers around the kiss. Now do be careful not to lose it, she teased him. But don't worry. When you open your hand and you wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick. Oh, so she took his hand and she wrapped his fingers around all that love. And she told him that he has to be careful so that he does not lose it. She doesn't want him to lose it. But then she said that he shouldn't worry. He should not worry, because she promises, and I need to look for that word really quick. I'm sorry about that. It slipped my mind where it was. That's right. I promise that it will not go away. It will not go away. Even when you wash your hands, and you wash your food, it will still be there. It will not go away. Well, Chester loved his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother's love would go with him, no matter where, wherever he went, even to school. And there he is, carrying all his mom's love. So he's got
Mom.
He's got mom's
Mom's. Love.
love
With.
him, no matter what. It's there all the time. All the time. All the time. No matter what. Even when he goes to
Shop.
oh, my fault. Sometimes we make mistakes, right?
School.
Even when he goes to school, it's with him no matter what. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and he looked thoughtful. Suddenly he turned to his mother and he grinned. "Give me your hand," he told her. Oh, I wonder what he's going to do. So it's that night, and they are at school, and he wants his mommy's hand. He says, "Give me your hand." So there he is, holding his mommy's hand. I wonder what he's gonna do. Well, Chester took his mother's hand in his own and he unfolded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and he kissed the center of her hand. So he took his mom's hand and he leaned down and he kissed the center of her hand, called the palm. And he took, remember, her hand is much
Big.
much
Bigger.
bigger than his. It's much bigger. But does it matter? Or is it still the same? Is it still the same thought that kiss is going to give his mom all his love? "Now you have a kissing hand too," he told her, and with a gentle goodbye and an "I love you," Chester turned and danced away. So now Mom has a kissing
Hand.
She has a kissing hand. She has a kissing hand too. So she has one too, just like him. Just like Chester, she has a kissing hand. And now he's ready to go. He's ready to go to school and see what happens. See what happens. Oh, I wonder if he's gonna like it. I wonder if he's gonna like school. And there he is, scampering off. He's scampering off into the tree and his mom's waving like, bye. Well, Mrs. Raccoon watched as Chester scampered. That's another way of saying he is running. He's running across a tree limb, and entered the school. And as the hoot owl rang in the new school year, she pressed her left hand to her cheek and she smiled. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. Chester loves you, it sang. Chester loves you. And there's Mama, there's Chester running up into the school day, into the schoolhouse, and his Mama, and she's got her hand on her cheek, feeling all his love. 'Cause I bet you, as much as Chester was gonna miss his mom, I bet you his mom is gonna be missing him just as much. I bet you his mom is gonna be missing him just as much, because that's what your mommies and daddies do when you go to school. They miss you. And there is the owl, and there's Chester, and they're starting their day of school. And it ends with, I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, so again, great book when you're starting a new school year, but also a great book to read when they're going into a new situation. So I hope you enjoyed The Kissing Hand and the Rett University Book Club, and we will see you next time. And if there's any books that you'd like to see us do on Rett U Book Club, please let us know. Have a great day.